Hello, this is Primal Showcase, and I'm just going to do this little showcase of a game that has always been very dear to my heart. This is the game that introduced me to bullet hell shooters. And as you can tell, it's not particularly obvious what it's actually called, unless you're Japanese, in which case it would be completely obvious what it's called. But for those of you who may have seen this style of graphics before, you obviously immediately know what it is actually called. But I might as well tell you off the bat. This is, like I said before, a bullet hell shmup by Cave, who a lot of people know are pretty much the masters of bullet hell shmups. They are the ones who have sort of established the genre with games like the Don Patch. Anyways, I might as well start the game so you can actually see what the game is actually called. So let's just do that. As I could say, like I said before, you can tell it's by Cave, and it is indeed called Mushihimesama, which is Japanese. If you look at the right, that's how it actually showed up in the arcade. It was when I first saw it. But that's the actual kanji for it. Or here I go now. I completely forget my Japanese sort of word systems and what they're called for Pete's sakes. Anyways, so yeah, this is called Mushihimesama, which is essentially translates in English to Bug Princess. You can pretty much tell that the game is not like most other shmups in that rather than being a sci-fi setting, it's very much a fantasy setting, and as you imagine by the name, is centered around, well, bugs, little insects, and you're a little fairy princess riding one. Anyway, so the reason I said it was my introduction to bullet hell shmups is that, one, it was the first one I ever tried, and two, as luck would have it, it's kind of an introduction to bullet hell shmups for anyone. It has 3 modes: the original mode, which is a very basic mode of bullets, more about that later, and you also got other modes. These 2 modes, Maniac and Ultra, really sort of introduced you to what bullet hell shmups actually are the original kind of like gently leans you into it in the most kind of friendly way possible. In fact, this mode plays more like a traditional shooter than anything else, and I will show you once we actually get into it. You also have 3 sort of shots that you can actually start off with. That's the M power is just essentially a balanced kind of mode. W power is your sort of wide spread shot, and S power is your straight ahead or sort of focus fire. Now, each of these will have a different effect on not just the firepower, but also the movement of your ship. I'm going to demonstrate by picking the M power, despite the fact that it's definitely not my favourite power. But I'm going to see what it's like and actually get into it. So yeah, you are a little bug princess, and you're fighting against other bugs and collecting crystals along the way, and that's all you need to know as far as the story is concerned. Although there is narrative going on in the background and vocals, so you'll see plenty of that. I almost forgot about that. It's been a while since I've played it, so there's going to be a lot of me going, whoops, I have to remember that. Although I did trying to do a bit of practice on the way. So yeah, as you can tell, it's very fantasy. There are no traditional explosions, or they're all green. You know, then things explode where you've just got sort of shells and exoskeletons flying about the place rather than like bits of metal and that. It's very, very organic, and that's one of the things that I really love about it. Everything is just very sort of natural and organic, and just even the backgrounds just have that lovely kind of earthy feel to it, rather than it just all being kind of space and stuff like that. And as you can tell, the bullets themselves are very, very distinct and clear along with that. So, whoops. So, as you can tell, the bullet patterns aren't particularly that hairy, in all complete honesty. They can easily dodge between them, and they do start getting hairy at some points. But the only real difference between the original mode and a couple of the others are really the speed of the bullets. They are a heck of a lot faster here, and they do get fairly intense. They're intensely fast, so you do have to do a little bit of work in dodging them. Okay, so at the end of the stage, all the crystals you collect will tot up to a bonus. As you can tell, with the score, you get absolutely tons of points. I'm counting that I'm up here. I'm already sort of going towards the millions here. So the way the scoring system works in this mode is tied to the crystals and the amount of crystals you collect. So, and a lot of these crystals, it only adds one. That's why you get an absolute ton of them. But of course, there are different ways of collecting these crystals, and the ground crystals, which are the ones that you kind of have to work for, because they're the ones that you won't actually come to unless you get really close to them. Unlike the bit dodgy, this scorpion type thing, it can overwhelm you a fair bit. Yeah, so a lot of these crystals. God, I keep forgetting how bloody intense that would be. Right, anyway, yeah, so each of these crystals will give you 1 point, and you can ground ones will give you 1 point as well. And like with most other bullet hell shmups, if you defeat certain large enemies that you defeat, will actually clear the screen, and bullets will turn into crystal shells, which is pretty damn handy, especially when whoops you're dealing with one loads of enemies on the screen at once. And sometimes stuff like this can happen. If you run into certain enemies, you can actually get even more crystals on them by doing a certain thing. Whoops. Let me just get rid of these tiny ones. These legs, should I say, first. Unfortunately, this boss isn't particularly easy. Although sometimes I don't have too much trouble with them, unlike this point here. That was whoops, hold on, I don't even know why I did that. That was kind of terrible. Anyways, so as you could also tell, I'll actually start the game by explaining this. Let's just get this out of the way first. With this bullet hell shmup, although that particular part of it wasn't particularly that bullet hell in all complete honesty. So as we'll go further into the game, let's just start a new game. And just the original mode again. The shots will actually also affect your movement, and it will affect it relative to the spread of the bullets. So for instance, I've got a wide power now, and you'll notice that my ship not only has a pretty terrible shot to start off with, but also moves a fair bit slower than the one I have already. And while normally that would be a bit of a bummer, in certain cases with this game it's actually quite beneficial, especially when it comes to dodging bullets. Maybe not in this mode because, like I said, with the bullets move a fair bit quicker in this mode, really. But in certain other modes, this wide shot is still actually good. Now I've got it powered up. For actually getting rid of enemies a fair bit faster. If you couldn't tell there, I did actually get rid of that particular larger enemy there, not on this sub-boss, a fair bit faster than I did before because I kind of utilised the wide shot a bit here. Because the closer you get to your enemies, the more intense the auto-fire gets. Whoops. And especially with the wide shot, you can cause a whole lot of damage with it. Let's see if I... Whoops. Dodge that. Right, let's see if I can get a... shall we? No. Nah. Also, even though this is the original mode, just like most other bullet hell shmups, it still rings true that your actual hitbox is really, really tiny. So there are points where it looks like you got hit by a bullet, but not really, because not only is your hitbox really small, the bullets hitbox is also quite small. So bigger bullets, if they graze you, as it were, they won't actually hit you. The hit point is still really rather small. So in a game mode like this, it's more just about getting out where the bullet that's going into your path, rather than it is about the usual way of just snaking through really complicated patterns. And I suppose there's an argument there that that's not necessarily the best intro to bullet hell on shmups, but even with that, sometimes, like here for instance, the bullet patterns are still fairly intense. And it's only the second stage. Let's see if we can. Like here for instance, it didn't move quite fast, and you can just about get away with snaking past bullets here. So there's that to take note of. And then there's moments like this where damn it. Let's avoid that one too soon. Yeah, there are just certain moments where you're trying to survive a barrage from having anything else. But if you can just about get away with snaking past bullets here. So there's that to take note of. And then there's moments like this where you're just sort of trying to survive a barrage from having anything else. But if you can just about get away with snaking past bullets here. So there's that to take note of. And then there's moments like this where you're trying to survive a barrage from having anything else. But it does kind of train you in a sense more to just dodge, as it were. So this is why this isn't particularly your typical American hell thing. And to me, that's why it's a fairly decent introduction to it. Whoops. Let's just away. Like I said, these things, if you stand close to them, a certain distance away from them, you actually get a whole ton of crystals, and that will actually add greatly to your score. It's a bomb. I'm not opening there. You do get bombs. All they really do is put on. They'll clear the screen of bullets, and they'll actually just hit a localized area and do extra damage. So it's like, more like riding than anything else. Oops, I've got that one. Oops. Okay. No. Okay. That was terrible. Come on, bring it out again. Yeah. Okay. So you can actually, there is actually a mechanic of your chip that you can use to slow it down and actually even do extra damage. Yikes! Whoops. Oh, did I have to do that? I didn't. Anyways, I'm gonna have to try that again. But yeah, as you can pretty much tell, that is most of what you're getting with this game. I'll show you some of the other ship later on, and possibly even another mode, so you get a better idea of what makes this more a bullet hell shmup. And I'll hopefully get to the third stage, because the third stage is something you really got to see. And hopefully you'll get to see that. Until then, I'll show that in another video, and then until then, thanks for watching, folks, and keep on playing.